sis, how long are you going to keep pretending you can't walk?
What do you mean?
You've been in that wheelchair for 15 years now. Don't you think that's long enough?
I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to say.
We both know you can probably walk by now, right? The doctor said nerves can heal. You're just using that wheelchair to get sympathy, aren't you?
What's with the sudden accusations? Where is this coming from?
I saw a video about nerve regeneration. They said most people will recover eventually.
You know I severed the nerves in my right leg in that accident 15 years ago. The damage was permanent.
But medicine has advanced so much since then. Have you even tried getting treatment recently?
I've had regular checkups with my doctors. Nothing has changed with my condition.
But you live alone now. I heard from Mom you moved out last month.
Yes, I did. I wanted to be more independent.
There's no way someone in a wheelchair could live independently, so you must be faking it.
That's not true at all. Many people with disabilities live independently.
Really? How do you even manage? Can you honestly do everything by yourself?
People with disabilities can, well, living alone is something I can manage.
You're being weirdly vague. If you can really manage, why can't you explain how?
I have adaptations in my apartment. There are many tools and modifications that help.
Like what? Be specific.
I have lower counters, grab bars, special equipment in the bathroom.
What? So you really can't walk normally?
No, I can't. I thought you knew that.
You actually need that wheelchair to get around?
Yes, I do. I sometimes crawl around at home, but I definitely need the wheelchair when I go out.
Crawl? That sounds pathetic. Why don't you at least try using crutches?
The doctor said crutches wouldn't work for me. My right leg has no muscle control at all.
I bet you haven't even tried. You're just comfortable being helpless.
That's not fair. I've tried everything the doctors recommended.
Have you, though? I saw you stand up once.
When was this?
Last year at Mom's birthday. You stood up to reach something.
I can balance briefly on my left leg, but I can't actually walk.
Sounds like excuses to me. You just like having everyone pamper you.
That's really hurtful. I work hard to be independent.
Independent, but still in a wheelchair. Must be nice getting all that attention.
I don't want attention. I just want to live my life.
A life of making everyone feel sorry for you. Must be great having everyone treat you special.
No one treats me special. If anything, people often ignore me.
Oh, playing the victim again? That's your favorite role, isn't it?
Why are you being so cruel today? What did I do to upset you?
Nothing as usual. You never do anything wrong, do you?
I'm trying to understand. Please tell me what's bothering you.
You're what's bothering me. Your whole brave disabled sister act.
It's not an act. This is just my reality.
Well, your reality is inconvenient. Actually, it's always been inconvenient.
I never meant to be an inconvenience. I try to be as independent as possible.
Well then, you'll have to skip the family meetup this weekend.
What family meetup? This is the first I'm hearing about it.
I don't want someone in a wheelchair there. Just stay home alone in your place, okay?
Why wasn't I told about this meetup? Are Mom and Dad going?
Of course they are. Everyone is going. Everyone except you.
That seems really unfair. Why exclude me?
Because you'll make everything complicated, like you always do.
How do I make things complicated? I just want to be included.
Everything has to be wheelchair accessible. We always have to make special arrangements.
Those arrangements aren't that difficult. Most places are accessible now.
It's still a hassle. And everyone always focuses on you.
I don't ask for that attention. I actually prefer when people treat me normally.
Nothing about you is normal. You're just a burden on everyone.
Family meetup? Wait, are you getting married?
Actually, yes. Not that it concerns you.
Of course it concerns me. I'm your sister.
Being my sister doesn't mean you have to be involved. We're having dinner with both families and siblings this weekend, but you don't need to come. In fact, please don't come at all.
I can't believe you're excluding me from this. Don't you want your sister at your engagement dinner?
No, I don't. I want a perfect dinner without complications.
A wheelchair doesn't make things complicated. Please, let me be a part of this.
Just accept that you're not wanted there. It's better for everyone.
It's not better for me or for our family.
Always making it about you. This is my engagement dinner.
I understand it's your special day, but family should be there to celebrate with you.
You're barely family anymore. Just a guilt trip in a wheelchair.
That's incredibly cruel. I've always tried to be there for you.
Well, stop trying. No one wants you there.
Mom and Dad would want me there. Have you told them you are excluding me?
They don't need to know. I'll just tell them you're not feeling well.
So you're going to lie to them? Why not just be honest about excluding me?
Because they'd make a big deal about it. Like they always do when it comes to you.
Maybe they'd make a big deal because it's wrong. Excluding family is wrong.
You're not family. You're just an obligation.
These messages are really breaking my heart. I never knew you felt this way.
Well, now you know. So stay away from my engagement dinner.
Can we talk about this in person? Maybe we can work something out.
There's nothing to work out. Just accept that you're not wanted.
After everything we've been through, how can you be so cold?
Oh, right. Play the guilt card again, like you always do.
I'm not playing any cards. I just want to understand.
Understand this. Stay away, or I'll make sure everyone knows how manipulative you really are.
I won't cause problems. I just want to celebrate with you.
The best way to celebrate is to disappear. Can you manage that?
If that's really what you want. But please, think about this.
I have thought about it, and I don't want you there.
I'll respect your wishes. But know that this really hurts.
Your feelings aren't my problem. Just stay home where you belong. My fiancé is a doctor.
That's wonderful news. What kind of doctor is he?
A successful one. We're having dinner at the Golden Pearl. I booked this fancy restaurant to impress his family.
The Golden Pearl? I've heard it's beautiful, although I think it's on the second floor.
But it's not wheelchair accessible, so you'll have to skip it.
Are there no elevators?
I didn't check. Because I don't want you there anyway.
That's so... It would be lonely if I'm the only one not there. Can't we change the restaurant?
Why would we? The Golden Pearl is perfect.
There are other nice restaurants. If needed, I can look for another place today.
Stop trying to change my plans. This isn't about you.
I just want to be included. There are many upscale places that are accessible. Something upscale but wheelchair accessible. I can search around.
You're being selfish again, making everything about your wheelchair.
I'm not being selfish. I just want to celebrate with my sister.
Why would we change restaurants just for you? Actually, I don't want his family to see that I have a sister in a wheelchair.
You're ashamed of me?
Of course I am. Who wouldn't be?
That's really hurtful. Does your fiancé know about me?
No, and he doesn't need to. So you not coming works out perfectly. In fact, I'm begging you not to come.
You haven't told him about your own sister? How long have you been dating?
8 months. And I've managed to keep you hidden the whole time.
8 months and you never mentioned me? That must have been difficult.
Not really. It's easy to pretend you don't exist.
What? Why?
Isn't it obvious? Having a sister in a wheelchair because of an accident, that would only make a bad impression on his family.
But it wasn't just any accident. I was protecting you.
Here we go again, the noble sacrifice story.
It's not a story. It's what happened.
Well, nobody needs to know about it, especially not his family.
Don't you think he should know? What if he finds out later?
He won't find out. Unless you ruin everything.
I got a proposal, and things have been going so well. I don't want you ruining everything. Have you told him about my injury and the wheelchair? Have you explained it to his family?
Of course not. Why would I mention something so embarrassing?
I've mentioned the accident and its effects briefly, but I haven't told them about the wheelchair yet. I wasn't sure how they'd react.
Wait, what? You've talked to them? When did this happen?
Let me explain everything to them and your fiancé. Can I ask about changing the restaurant?
Absolutely not! Stay out of my life!
I'll explain everything myself and promise not to be a burden. Then you and he can get married without worries.
Don't you dare try anything! Just having a wheelchair there makes everything awkward and complicated.
It doesn't have to be awkward. Many of your friends know about me.
And they all pity me. Poor Ashley with a disabled sister.
Is that really how you see it? Is that how they see it?
Just stay away. That's all you need to do. Why can't you understand when your own sister is begging you not to come?
Because it doesn't make sense. Family should be there for important moments.
Are you stupid as well as crippled? This is so annoying.
Name-calling won't change anything. I still want to be there for you.
Well, I don't want you there. If you show up at the meetup, I'll never forgive you.
You're already so angry with me. What's left to forgive?
Just stay home alone like a good girl. Don't make me say something we'll both regret.
I think you already have. But I'll respect your wishes.
Good. Finally, you understand your place.
My place is with family. But I won't force myself where I'm not wanted.
Exactly. You're not wanted, so stay away.
I heard you weren't feeling well yesterday and couldn't attend. I hope it wasn't anything serious.
I'm sorry, but who is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have introduced myself first. I'm James, Ashley's fiancé.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Sarah, Ashley's sister.
Ashley never mentioned you were sick. She just said you couldn't make it.
Yes, well, these things happen.
I was really looking forward to meeting you at the family dinner yesterday. What a shame you couldn't make it.
You were looking forward to meeting me?
Of course, meeting family is important. Ashley rarely talks about her siblings.
I can imagine.
How are you feeling now? Any better today?
About the same. Thank you for asking.
When you're better, we should all have dinner together. I'd really like to properly meet you before the wedding.
That's very kind of you. But I know you both must be busy with wedding preparations.
It's never too busy for family. Ashley seems hesitant about family gatherings, though.
Yes, she can be particular about these things.
Don't worry about arranging a special dinner.
What? I'm really sorry I missed yesterday. But I'm very happy about your marriage as a family member.
You seem uncomfortable. Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. I should go now. I'll give you a proper greeting on the wedding day.
Wait, please. There's actually something else I wanted to discuss. Could you spare a moment?
You want to talk to me personally? Is something wrong?
Not wrong exactly, just curious about something.
What is it?
I wanted to ask you something at the dinner, but since you couldn't make it, Ashley told me about your injury.
She did?
You were in an accident when you were in elementary school, right? And you got hurt protecting Ashley?
Yes, that's right. A car ran a red light and I instinctively tried to protect my sister. I got hit instead.
At the intersection near Green Valley Elementary?
How did you know that?
And you were seriously injured? By any chance, were you at Green Valley Hospital?
Yes, I was. For several months.
Do you remember Dr. Stevens from Pediatrics? He was known for being strict and cold, even with kids.
Yes, I do. He took good care of me. But how do you know about that?
4th floor, right? The children's ward with the blue walls?
Yes. Were you a patient there?
I thought so. You were at that hospital. Actually, I was a patient there during rehabilitation. I think we met back then.
You and I met? At the hospital?
When Ashley mentioned you and I heard your name, something clicked. Don't you remember me?
I'm trying to. There were several long-term patients.
I was hospitalized with pneumonia back then, and you used to keep me company.
That was 15 years ago. My memories are a bit fuzzy now. I remember some of the girls I was friends with, but I don't recall talking to any boys.
That's because I was probably one of those girls you remember.
What do you mean?
I was in the hospital so long that my hair had grown really long. You used to braid it for me.
Long hair. Wait, the quiet patient in room 415?
That's right.
No way. Wait, could it be little Jamie?
Actually, it was Jimmy, but yes, I'm so happy you remember.
The one who was afraid of needles?
And you'd hold my hand during blood draws.
And tell you stories about brave knights.
To distract me, yes! What an amazing coincidence! Who would have thought we'd be connected like this after all these years?
This is incredible. You're that Jimmy?
The very same, though I've grown up quite a bit since then.
This is surprising, but what a wonderful coincidence. I'm sorry about yesterday, but I'm looking forward to the wedding.
I've gotten pretty buff from working out now. Not that scared little kid anymore.
Is that so? Now I'm really looking forward to the wedding. It will be wonderful to see you again.
Yes, it really will be. We have so much catching up to do.
Yes, we certainly do.
What the hell, sis? Why are you at the venue? How dare you show up here?
Huh? Of course I'd be here. It's your wedding day.
Are you trying to ruin everything? I thought I made myself clear.
It's your wedding day. I'm your sister.
What? You think you can just show up without an invitation? Only people who received invitations should be here.
Wait, you really didn't send me an invitation?
Of course not. I never invited you, so leave right now. We didn't arrange for wheelchair seating anyway.
You didn't invite your own sister. Not even a formal invitation?
Stop acting surprised. I told you to stay away.
You really didn't invite your own sister? Why would you do something like that?
Because you're in a wheelchair, obviously. Today is my day as the bride. Having you here in your wheelchair would steal attention.
How would I steal attention? I just want to see my sister get married.
Everyone will be looking at you. Oh, look at the poor sister in the wheelchair. That's why we didn't prepare a seat for you.
Oh, you're trying to turn away your own sister for such a reason? This seems extreme, even for you.
Nothing is extreme about wanting a perfect wedding without any distractions.
I'm a distraction now? Is that all I am to you?
You've always been a distraction. Everything always has to be about you.
I've always known you resented me being in a wheelchair since we were young, but I never thought you'd be this cruel.
Cruel? You want to talk about cruel? I've always hated you.
Hated me? Your own sister? For what?
Sure, thanks to you, I avoided major injury, but when you pushed me out of the way, I still got scratches.
Scratches? That's what this is about?
My scratches hurt too. Yet Mom and Dad only cared about you and your big injury.
You were 6 years old then. Are you still holding on to that?
It felt like you attacked me out of nowhere, but no one worried about me first. No one cared about my pain.
You've hated me all this time over that? Over scratches?
Of course! Then you ended up in a wheelchair and made my life hell.
How did I make your life hell? I tried to stay out of your way.
Friends, neighbors, everyone kept saying you should be grateful to your sister. I wasn't grateful at all, but everyone kept forcing me to be. Do you know how much hell I went through?
I never asked anyone to say those things. I just wanted to protect you.
When did I ever ask you to save me? You did all that on your own to feel good about yourself.
Feel good about myself? I was a child.
I'm sick of your self-righteous act. If you were going to save me, you should have done it perfectly.
Done it perfectly? What does that even mean?
Actually, I bet you calculated all this back then. You just wanted to be the hero.
I was 6 years old. That injury was so painful. The rehabilitation was hell.
It was all calculated, wasn't it? You just wanted everyone's sympathy.
I couldn't walk for months. I still can't walk.
That's why you showed up uninvited today, too. You just want everyone to notice the poor, noble you.
I came because you're my sister. Because it's your wedding day.
I never asked you to come. We don't want some attention-seeking fake saint here.
I see. Then I'll leave.
Good. Get lost. Finally making a smart decision.
But let me confirm one last thing. You never prepared a seat for me and never planned to, right?
That's right. A sister in a wheelchair would just ruin my perfect wedding. You don't belong at my fancy wedding, so get out.
All right, then the wedding is cancelled. Looks like I chose the wrong person to marry.
What?
I need to reconsider this marriage, so the ceremony is off immediately. I'll help Sarah get a taxi, then tell the staff we're canceling.
Wait! What do you mean canceled? Why are you suddenly saying this? That's James?
Yes, I'm James, the one who was supposed to marry you today. I never expected to see the bride's true nature on the wedding day.
You can't just cancel. Everything is ready.
I can't marry someone who would treat their own sister this way, especially not Sarah.
Why? Why are you... Sis, are you two together right now?
Yes, I've been eagerly waiting to reunite with Sarah. I was waiting at the entrance for her to arrive.
You were waiting for her? But I told her not to come.
We were having such a nice reunion until you suddenly started saying such horrible things. I still can't believe how much you despise Sarah.
What's going on? Reunion? You and my sister know each other?
Actually, Sarah and I were in the hospital together. Remember when I told you about my childhood hospitalization?
What? That can't be.
Even though she was in pain and struggling with rehabilitation, she encouraged me during my hospital stay. She was my friend and hero.
But that was just some random girl.
Getting injured protecting her sister, she was a real hero. Admiring Sarah helped me get through my long hospital stay.
What is this? I've never heard this story. It was just a cold that got worse.
I was discharged before Sarah and never saw her again. But what an amazing coincidence to meet like this. I was really surprised.
I'm the one who's surprised. If I'd known you knew my sister, I wouldn't have treated her so badly.
What? So you only regret it because he knows me?
Sarah is still my childhood hero. To see her treated so badly by her own sister? Ashley, that's not how you treat someone who risked their life to save you. I can't marry someone like that.
Can't marry? Don't suddenly say things like that. My sister and I have a complicated relationship. I'm shocked you two know each other, but today's the wedding. The ceremony's about to start. Don't say ridiculous things about canceling.
That experience inspired me to become a doctor. I wanted to be someone who could heal any illness or injury, someone who could give others courage. You are not right for someone like me.
But
I'm going to announce the cancellation. No matter how much you protest, I won't change my mind.
this is awful, sis. Look at what you've done now.
What have I done? I didn't do anything.
Why didn't you tell me you knew him? Why didn't you warn me?
When should I have told you? When you were hiding my existence?
If I'd known that beforehand, this wouldn't have happened. This is all your fault.
I wasn't completely sure it was him from back then. I was really surprised when I confirmed it at the venue.
That's bullshit. You knew. You must have planned this.
Planned what exactly? How could I plan anything?
You should have told me when James first contacted you. That's just common sense.
But no one asked me to.
What?
No one asked me to tell them if he contacted me. I didn't want to do something unnecessary and be resented for it again.
Are you mocking me? Using my own words against me?
I'm just following your rules. Isn't that what you wanted?
This is ridiculous. Because of you, I lost James. How can you act so casual about this?
Huh? So it's really over between you two?
Yes, he won't even talk to me anymore.
Have you tried apologizing? Explaining yourself?
No matter how much I try to explain, he won't forgive me. He says he's done with me. He was a doctor. I almost married a doctor.
I'm sorry things turned out this way, but you brought this on yourself.
You ruined everything! A cripple like you just ruined my life!
Name-calling won't change what happened. You did this to yourself.
This must be your ugly jealousy. You couldn't stand seeing your sister happy, so you ruined my wedding.
I came to support you, despite everything you've done.
Poor sister in her wheelchair, right? No one would want to marry a disabled woman like you.
Hey, Ashley, don't make up weird motivations.
Stop making excuses. Got injured, and now you're taking it out on your sister. Even if you were healthy, no one would want to marry someone like you.
Actually, I'm getting married soon.
What?
So I'm not jealous or anything. I wanted my little sister to find happiness with someone she loves, just like I did.
You're lying. This is another trick.
It's not a trick. I'm genuinely engaged.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you're getting married?
Exactly what I said. I'm getting married.
Big sister getting married? That's impossible. Who would want to marry you?
But it is possible. I wanted to tell the family earlier. But since it overlapped with your timing, I was reconsidering when to announce it.
You're lying. This is just to make me feel worse.
Not everything is about you. I have my own life.
Wait, you're actually getting married? But you're in a wheelchair.
Anyone can find happiness. Being in a wheelchair doesn't make me unlovable.
Who is it? What kind of person would...
He's a wonderful person who says he loves me just as I am.
What? Don't get ahead of yourself. Especially when your sister's wedding just got canceled.
But no one asked me not to talk about my engagement.
Using my words again? You think you're so clever.
I'm just being honest, like you wanted.
This is infuriating. My wedding gets canceled, but you get to get married? I'll never accept that.
Your acceptance isn't required. It's happening regardless.
If that's how it is, I'll destroy your wedding too. Let's see how you like it.
That would be unwise. Very unwise.
Oh? Actually, maybe I'll steal your fiancé instead. A perfectly healthy woman would be better than a woman in a wheelchair, right?
Oh, Ashley, always jumping to crazy ideas. Do whatever you want. But if you actually do it, I'll sue for damages.
Acting tough, huh? When things get serious, all you can do is cry. You'll be begging, please give him back to me, through your tears.
Maybe you're right. That's why I forwarded everything to James, just in case.
What?
I told James, I'm being resented by Ashley and I'm worried. Please explain to her why the wedding was canceled. I said she might try to steal my fiancé, and he replied, I absolutely won't let that happen. He said he'd stop it.
No way! Wait! I was just about to apologize to him. How could you do this?
You weren't about to apologize. You were planning revenge.
After seeing this behavior, I definitely can't reconcile. This is exactly why I ended things.
Well, I'll be going now. I have a date with my fiancé.
Wait, don't go.
Goodbye, Ashley. I hope you find peace someday. And that's how their story ended. The wedding was officially canceled. Ashley, who had always pretended to be a good daughter in front of their parents, shocked them with this incident. After getting a major lecture, how could you treat someone who risked their life for you like this? She was kicked out of the family home a few days later. Word about the canceled wedding spread among her friends. And Ashley ended up moving to a place where she didn't know anyone. As for James, he's now a respected doctor in the